Do you want to be unforgettable to older women? Today, we reveal the things guys do that older women can't stop thinking about sexually. Learn these techniques to ensure you remain in her thoughts, making her miss you even when you're not around. Tune in to discover how to make a lasting impression that keeps the flame alive. 1. Build anticipation with subtle touches. When it comes to building sexual tension with an older woman, subtlety is your best friend. Light, teasing touches can be incredibly effective in sparking desire and making her miss you when you're not around. The key to making subtle touches work lies in the balance between initiating contact and leaving enough space for her to want more. This kind of physical connection is a game of restraint that leaves her anticipating the next move. The best way to approach subtle touches is to be casual, yet intentional. Whether you're gently brushing her hand when you pass her something or lightly touching the small of her back as you walk beside her, these small gestures can create a lasting impact. They communicate intimacy without being overtly sexual, allowing her to feel close to you without it feeling forced or rushed. These moments of light touch are brief enough to leave her wondering when and if you'll touch her again, which builds anticipation in a powerful way. Older women, with their life experience and often greater sense of self-awareness, tend to appreciate this kind of restrained affection. Unlike younger women who might enjoy more overt displays of attraction, older women are often more drawn to the understated. The subtlety of your touches allows her to engage her imagination, which can be incredibly arousing. She may begin to think about what it would be like to have more of your touch, making her desire for you grow over time. 2. Take the lead in subtle ways. Being assertive without coming across as controlling is a fine line to walk, but when done correctly, it can significantly increase your appeal to an older woman. Confidence is attractive to almost anyone, but older women especially appreciate men who can take the lead in subtle ways that demonstrate self-assurance without diminishing her autonomy. Knowing when to make decisions and when to let her take control is the balance that will keep her intrigued and wanting more of your presence. One way to assert yourself in a non-overpowering manner is by making decisions that show thoughtfulness and consideration for her preferences. For example, if you're planning a date, you might say, "I know this great place you'll love, let's go there," instead of always asking her where she wants to go. This shows that you're paying attention to her tastes and are confident enough to take the reins without needing constant input from her. The underlying message is that you're a man who knows what he wants, but is still tuned into her desires. Another way to lead subtly is by steering the conversation or setting the tone for your interactions. If the moment feels right, leaning in with a playful comment or shifting the topic towards something more personal can indicate that you're comfortable taking things to a deeper level. Older women tend to value emotional intelligence, and if you can guide the interaction while still respecting her boundaries, it will make her feel like she's in good hands, both emotionally and physically, leaving her wanting more of that confident energy when you're apart. 3. Make every encounter memorable. The secret to making an older woman miss you sexually lies not in how often you see her, but in the impact you make each time you're together. When you focus on quality over quantity, you leave a lasting impression that lingers long after your encounters. Older women tend to value depth and substance, so every moment you share should be meaningful. Whether it's a passionate conversation, a thoughtful gesture, or an intimate experience, your time together should feel like it's worth remembering. To make each encounter memorable, pay close attention to the details that matter to her. This could mean remembering something small she mentioned in passing and bringing it up later, or doing something that shows you were really paying attention to her likes and dislikes. These personal touches will set you apart from the crowd and make her feel like your connection is unique. Instead of trying to cram as much time together as possible, make every meeting count by ensuring it's filled with moments that resonate emotionally and physically. When you take the time to create meaningful experiences, it leaves her with something to reflect on when you're not around. Older women often appreciate a slower, more deliberate pace when it comes to romance. By not rushing things and focusing on creating deeper connections during your time together, you make her anticipate the next encounter even more. She'll start thinking about how much she enjoys your company, and this sense of nostalgia will deepen her desire for you when you're not there. Memorable moments often involve a mix of intellectual, emotional, and physical stimulation. Engaging her mind as well as her body makes the experience more layered and fulfilling. By connecting on all these levels, You'll make it difficult for her to stop thinking about you when you're apart, and the sexual tension will only build until she sees you again. 4. Surprise her with thoughtful gestures. One of the most effective ways to make an older woman miss you sexually is by surprising her with thoughtful, unexpected gestures that show you're thinking about her. These gestures don't have to be grand or expensive. What matters is that they feel personal and sincere. Older women who have likely experienced both superficial and more meaningful relationships will appreciate gestures that reflect genuine care and consideration, especially when they come from someone who knows how to make her feel special. For example, if you've had a conversation about her favorite book or hobby, surprising her with a small gift related to that shows that you're paying attention. Or if you know she's had a stressful week, sending her a sweet message offering support or suggesting a relaxing activity together demonstrates that you're attuned to her emotions. These little gestures go a long way in making her feel appreciated, and they create a sense of intimacy that lingers when you're not around. The beauty of thoughtful gestures is that they can enhance the connection you share without feeling overwhelming. It's the subtlety that often works best with older women. Things like leaving her a handwritten note after a date or sending a text referencing an inside joke. These actions show that you're not just interested in her physically, but that you care about her well-being and happiness on a deeper level. This emotional connection can strengthen sexual chemistry as she starts associating you with someone who genuinely cares. When you incorporate thoughtful gestures into your interactions, you create a sense of anticipation. She'll begin to wonder what thoughtful thing you might do next, and this keeps her engaged and thinking about you even when you're not together. In a world where many relationships can feel transactional or rushed, showing her that you're willing to take the time to do something special will stand out, leaving her longing for the next time she gets to experience your attention. 5. Leave her wanting more by knowing when to walk away. One of the most effective ways to ensure an older woman misses you is by knowing when to walk away. Ending your encounters on a high note, before things start to feel routine or overstretched, leaves her with a sense of anticipation and desire. This doesn't mean you should abruptly cut things off or leave her hanging, but rather that you should exit gracefully while the energy between you is still exciting and charged. Leaving her wanting more is a psychological trick that keeps her thinking about you long after you've parted ways. Older women, who often have a clear sense of what they want and don't want, can appreciate a man who knows how to create a balance between being present and giving space. If you're constantly available or spending too much time together, the excitement can wear off. However, by ending your time together while the chemistry is still strong, you leave her with positive feelings and a desire to see you again. The key is to make sure your last moments together are memorable, whether it's a lingering kiss, a shared laugh, or a deep conversation that sticks with her. This tactic also plays into the concept of scarcity. What is less available often feels more valuable. When you don't overstay your welcome, you create a sense of scarcity around your presence. She'll start to miss the way you make her feel and will look forward to the next time she gets to experience that connection. This makes your future encounters more exciting and full of anticipation, as both of you know there's something special to look forward to. Walking away on a high note also signals confidence. It shows that you're not desperate to cling to every moment, but rather that you're comfortable enough with the connection you've built to let things breathe. This kind of self-assuredness is highly attractive to older women, who often seek partners that exude confidence without being overbearing. By leaving her wanting more, you give her space to reflect on how much she enjoys your company, deepening the desire for your next encounter. 6. Send playfully suggestive texts. A well-crafted text message can keep the spark alive between meetings and make an older woman miss you in a deeply personal, even sensual way. Sending playfully suggestive texts strikes a balance between keeping the conversation lighthearted and adding a layer of intrigue that deepens the connection. The key here is to flirt without being overtly sexual, creating just enough tension to keep her thinking about you. A playfully suggestive message could be something as simple as, "I can't stop thinking about our last conversation," or "I've got a feeling you're trouble," but in the best way. The language you use should flirt around the edges of desire, making her smile and wonder what you're really thinking. This kind of teasing without going too far shows that you understand how to build tension without rushing into anything too serious too soon. Timing and context matter as well. Sending a suggestive text after a fun date or a shared moment keeps the mood light, while reminding her of the chemistry between you two. If the conversation was about an upcoming event or something you'll do together in the future, playfully referencing that in a flirty way can build anticipation. For instance, if you have a dinner planned, texting something like, "I'm curious to see if you look as amazing as you did last time," adds just the right amount of tension. Playfully suggestive texts not only keep her engaged, but also maintain the connection during the times you're not physically together. It's about creating mental and emotional intimacy that builds up over time. Each playful interaction leaves her anticipating your next message or encounter, which increases her attraction to you. By keeping the tone light and intriguing, you also avoid making things feel too heavy, ensuring that the tension stays alive without overwhelming the dynamic. The right blend of flirtation, curiosity, and intrigue keeps her thinking about you and looking forward to the next time you connect. 7. Master the art of teasing. Teasing, when done right, is one of the most effective ways to build tension with an older woman and keep her thinking about you long after your interactions. The art of teasing involves walking the fine line between playful banter and genuine interest, creating an exciting dynamic that fuels attraction. It's about gently pushing boundaries without crossing them, sparking curiosity while leaving her wanting more. Older women often appreciate a man who can engage them on an intellectual and emotional level, and teasing allows you to do both. For instance, you could playfully challenge her opinions or tease her about something lighthearted like her favorite book or music, saying something like, "I can't believe you still listen to that band. I'll have to show you some real music next time." This creates a dynamic of fun banter that keeps the conversation lively and exciting. It also shows that you're confident enough to engage her without being overly serious, which is a trait many older women find attractive. Teasing can also be physical, though in a subtle way. For instance, if she says something witty, you might lightly tap her on the shoulder and say, "I see you've got jokes," with a smile. This kind of teasing is playful and low pressure, but it builds up the tension between you two. It's important that the teasing feels natural and fun, never crossing into hurtful or uncomfortable territory. The goal is to make her laugh, smile, and feel like there's something special in the connection between you that's worth exploring. What makes teasing so powerful is that it adds an element of unpredictability to your interactions. By keeping her on her toes with playful jabs and witty remarks, you create a dynamic where she never quite knows what to expect, which builds serious intrigue. By teasing her in a way that feels natural and enjoyable, you can leave her thinking about you long after your time together. So now you have her missing you. What's next? Discover 8 simple phrases that instantly increase the sexual tension, or find out about the signs that an older woman is sexually frustrated and wants you. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.